殺すならせめておっぱいくらい飲ませてくれたって。
どうせ死ぬなら私が拾ってあげる。
死ぬのかよ。
To look towards the future of High School DxD and Season 5, we first need to take a look back all the way to where the anime's production started 14 years ago and how the franchise has evolved since. Our most recent new cut of animation came last year from the original character designer and chief animation director of seasons 1 through 3, Junji Goto. He gave us the classic ruined Princess Rias in a modernized and refreshed style compared with season 4 hero, Rias looking as beautiful as ever, showcasing all of her assets in what could be the new style direction for season 5 as she unleashes her iconic power of destruction. So perky they had to censor her fully clothed. Honestly, I think this is the perfect middle ground between fans who love the older style and those who prefer the newer one. Of course, I'm biased. Junji Goto is one of the greatest artists to ever walk the earth, and I'll support his work no matter the decade. He's brought Rias into the new era with that same grace and elegance that made fans fall in love with her back in 2012. Now, if you want to go even deeper into the world of DxD, you need to read the original light novels. They go way beyond what the anime ever covered. Grab the volumes in English over on global.bookwalker.jp. Use code SOLANI. That's the best way to support the creators, support me, and help make a season 5 happen. Seriously, if you've only seen the anime, you're missing out on half the story. Again, that link is in the description.
くれちゃうじゃん。
その程度の障壁いつまで持つか。貴様らの張った結界があだになったな。
Sadly, the new era of animation feels sharper, cleaner, and in many cases more sterile. Artists drawing on pads and screens have allowed for a kind of perfection that hides the human touch in favor of faster production times. That speed has just allowed the industry to mass produce garbage, and when I watch today's low-budget assembly line shows, I usually have to turn them off. Now, don't get me wrong, plenty of artists can do amazing work digitally, but the bigger purpose behind today's computerized production is to make as much censored, cater to all ages, Crunchyroll front page content as possible so that they can sell it to a TikTok generation that doesn't know any better. And this is why I think it's important to go way back to 14 years ago and start pulling from the archives in my collection. If you're new here, I own the rarest High School DxD collection on Earth. And the goal isn't to hide hundreds of thousands of dollars away, it's to share that collection, educate people on the history of the craft of animation, and to enjoy it together. And what better way to start than by looking at Rias's original Power of Destruction, animated on paper 14 years ago. Now, what you see here is exactly what you saw on screen, 7 minutes and 38 seconds into season 1, Episode 5, cut number 126. There is no pack up, there is no extra the studio still has, no special replica, no reprint. This paper I'm holding is exactly what you saw on screen. It's history. For those new to animation, all animators on a project are given a character layout set with the official designs that they must follow. Higher ranking animators then draw corrections for the lower ranking animators to fix deviations or technical issues. That's what you're looking at here, the old-fashioned way, paper and pencil, original layouts, original corrections. The final animation that was only digitized for coloring and editing. So DxD was made in 2012, no cell animation, but about 10 years earlier, around 2002, final drawings were still transferred to clear sheets of cellulose acetate for painting and camera capture. That cell animation, hand-painted, was even more beautiful, and today we're moving towards absolutely none of that. No pencils, no paint, just pure digital, and that's why so much of it just looks depressing. Now, I'd call 2000 to 2015 the golden era of hybrid production. Hand-drawn pencil animation mixed with digital coloring that gave so many beloved shows their warmth and grit, the grain, the pencil strokes, the imperfect lines. They gave life that digital just can't replicate, and DxD had that. Now, each cut of animation in Japan comes with its own timing sheet, a blueprint for the animators and editors. On this one, you can see the TNK logo, the studio that animated seasons 1 through 3. This particular scene was animated by Kono Koichi, with Miki Takemoto handling second key animation, and Junji Goto, of course, overseeing the entire cut himself. It was drawn on twos, meaning a new drawing every second frame. 12 drawings per second, around 30 drawings for these 2 seconds of animation. That's the craftsmanship that gave DxD its energy and beauty. You can even see handwritten notes about camera pans, digital effects, and compositing layers, a glimpse into the invisible labor that made Rias come alive off the page. And as you can see, the final result is absolutely stunning. I mean, her hair flowing, her demonic energy swirling, her presence just commanding the frame. The kind of scene that reminds you what anime used to feel like. As Rias unleashes her attack on Kallwarner, Donnerseek, and Mittelt, an attack first referenced in the original novel when she tells Reynare that she destroyed all of the fallen angels and shows her the 3 black feathers. Now, as we look towards season 5, this history matters more than ever. If the franchise wants to return to form, it needs to recapture the human spirit that defined its origins, that raw mix of passion and imperfection, that beauty that Goto-san and his team poured into every single frame. We've already seen hints of this revival in Goto's latest artwork, proof that the torch just hasn't gone out yet. So whether it's him leading the charge or a new animation studio with him involved, I believe a season 5 has that potential to bridge the past and the present, to bring Highschool DxD into a new age without losing what made it so special. And we need this sex-driven dragon boy chasing his ridiculously large harem, drawn by hand, back on screen. We need it as soon as possible. We need to keep the dream alive. So as we go piece by piece, cut by cut, follow on Instagram and Twitter at Soul_animation, and subscribe as we dive into the Soul Animation archives so that we can keep looking back at this animation. Thank you all for watching.